we agreed that we do need an assessment at the end of the year because we do need to show what we've learned. But I think that as a whole, and all schools should do this and implement this because we need more of a choice as students. I think that these tests, these regents cater to a specific type of student, good test takers. And you said before in group 3 that what is a 3-hour test doing for us? And it's not doing much because we walk out and we don't really remember anything. But I think that if students do have a choice, if they could do a presentation, a portfolio, I think it needs to be much broader and something that all students and all different types of students can really enjoy and really gain from and attain information from. So I think that being able to have that choice of what we can do and what the assessment should be at the end of the year will be instrumental in really motivating and driving students to do better in these courses. Also, we talked a little bit about the course requirements for high school and to graduate high school. And we came to the conclusion that yes, we do need many courses, many core courses, because to become an intellectual person, we do need these social studies, we do need these histories, and we do need Englishes. And honestly, sorry to break it to everyone, but math is a part of every single day life. And I hate saying that because I hate math, but it is. And so we do need math courses, but really, what kind of courses do we need? And so right now, a lot of schools, they're very structured and they're very, you take 2 years of global, you take 1 year of US, and you take a year of government or political science. And for a lot of students, this is not fair. And we were just talking about how in some schools you can't take AP Physics without taking, you can't take AP Bio or AP Chem without taking AP Physics. And for a student who wants to go into the pre-med track, that is very unfair because sometimes you want to take an AP Environmental Science class just to see if you'd like that, and you can't because you need to keep following that track. And this provides a great disadvantage to many students because we can't take the courses that we'd like because it leaves us behind many students. So I'm going to pass it on to Abby to discuss a little bit further. Thank you.
Hi guys, I'm Abby Blick from Syosset High School, and I don't want to repeat everything you just said, but we talked about more flexibility in classes. So for example, a lot of us have taken environmental science, then biology, then chemistry, but what about computer science, which is, the world is changing, and that might be the next, a lot of our futures could be in computer science. So what about letting students choose which sciences, having science requirements, but letting students choose which sciences that they are interested in? And we also talked about how upperclassmen, we do have a lot more flexibility. For example, this year I'm a senior, and my classes have been a lot more flexible. There's women's studies classes for social studies and critical issues in Asia classes, sociology classes, so it has become a lot more flexible. And honestly, a lot of my friends and myself also are a lot happier because you get to focus in on what you're interested in. So maybe because you don't need to take science, you drop science and take psychology, which could be considered a science, but technically in my school it's not.
And one more point that I wanted to touch on is we talked about the way that high school should be facilitated, and it's really up to the teacher's discretion, because I think as educators, to be an educator is someone that wants to educate students and wants to give them a broader scope of the world. And one of my group members talked about how we need to become global citizens, and in doing so, I think that the educators and administrators really need to implement techniques and teaching styles that really do cater to most people in the classroom, and an individualized learning would help in doing so. Yeah.
Thank you. Can you pass the mic around?